Move over GameStop and AMC, we got a new meme stock in town, and that is Hood, aka Robinhood. And over the past couple days, it's been some interesting action in the markets related to Robinhood stock. So in this video, I want to talk about, since the IPO, kind of what the stock's done and what I think is happening right now and why is it rocketing higher. On its IPO debut, it traded down to the lower 30s and actually bounced back a little bit, but it opened at 38, which was on the lower range of the IPO, and it's currently trading at 67. This morning it opened and actually spiked up to $85 per share. Something crazy to see is that the volume today has actually surpassed the volume of shares that were traded on the IPO date. And when a stock gets huge surges in volume, you're going to get a lot of volatility, meaning we're going to see some swings for sure. So everyone's trying to understand what is causing this huge spike in price, and one of the thoughts is that Cathie Wood's ARK Invest is buying a ton of shares, but they only really bought 1.85 million shares according to their ETFs. But even if that was bought at around $40 per share, that's only $74 million worth of shares. And with Robinhood trading around a $56 billion market cap right now, well, it's pretty much a drop in the bucket. I mean, the company does have 835 million shares outstanding. Then you have people talking about a short squeeze, or Wall Street and Main Street really joining forces to short Robinhood due to all of the AMC and GME drama earlier in the year and people trying to get revenge. I mean, when Robinhood stopped the trading or restricted trading on certain shares, people lost their mind. I mean, they were being sued left and right. They were even fined $70 million recently from FINRA for some deceptive behaviors. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a short interest number or the exact data, but based on the borrow rate for the stock, which is around 40 to 90% right now versus normal borrow rates of 0.5, you could say that a lot of short sellers are in this name. Unfortunately, I don't have an exact amount. Well, I think some of the up move is due to maybe some short covering and the fear of maybe an AMC GME move. One thing that is very interesting to me is the call option volume on the highest strike. Options just recently started trading on Robinhood, and if we look at implied volatility, it is juiced already. We're talking about 191% on the August expiration. That is some AMC type level implied volatility. So that is already high. And then one thing that's interesting is that if you look at the 70 call, which is the highest strike price call, the volume is insane. It's 54,000 contracts. So look at the volume for calls and see how it's kind of distributed. Basically, what I think is going on is the introduction of options. A ton of people were buying out of the money, very far out of the money options. We saw something very similar with GameStop as well as AMC. What we could be seeing is a gamma squeeze right now, which a ton of people are buying short dated call options, and the institutional investors who are selling those options are buying stock in order to protect themselves so they don't get blown out of the water if the stock goes crazy to the upside, just like GameStop and just like AMC. Also, what's interesting with Robinhood versus those other stocks I was talking about is that the float is very low versus the shares outstanding, and that's because they just IPO'd and there is a ton of shares that are locked up for a certain amount of period. So the amount of volume that's going on right now can easily shift the price of Hood dramatically because the float is so tiny. And with all this craziness going on, you better believe Wall Street Bets is getting in on this action. And Hood is definitely on the radar of Wall Street Bets, which has to be taken seriously at this point because they do have some serious firepower. And you can see that Hood has been mentioned a ton in the past 24 hours. Actually more so than any other stock. And look at AMC and GME, they're kind of falling behind here. Hood is right now the stonk of the day, and we'll see how long this lasts, but it has some serious volume of discussion. So what do I think is going on? I think it's a battleground for retail investors and hedge funds just like GameStop and AMC, but this one is new, it's fresh, and now it has all the attention. So you're gonna get some huge swings, you're gonna see volatility, and I feel like this is another situation where you have no idea where this thing is going. The implied volatility in options has already exploded, and people playing in Robinhood right now, it's going to detach itself from any valuation, and it's going to be a wild ride. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out over the coming months or even a week, to see if this thing crashes back down or if people can kind of put all of their energy into Hood and really make it explode. I don't know, I'm not playing it, but that's kind of what I think is going on. Gamma squeeze, huge volumes, and we're going to see some serious volatility. Also, I don't think this is great news for stocks like AMC and GameStop, only because as there's more stonks and more volume gets directed away from AMC and GameStop, and people kind of shift their meme money to a new name like Robinhood, this could potentially put some pressure on AMC and GameStop as the volume goes down in these names, and has more potential to be attacked by short sellers and people that want to drive this down. If we look at this chart of AMC since June when it really exploded, you can see the volume was insane, close to 1 billion shares traded per day. Right now we've kind of slowly downtrended, and the stock kind of looks like it's going to roll over a bit. But you see that the correlation with the volume going down allows the stock to kind of lose its steam to the upside and kind of is losing the hype. Let me know down in the comments below what you think is happening with Robinhood and your thoughts on the stock overall. If you did enjoy the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to Main Street Wolf, where we talk investing, stocks, options, all that good stuff. Thanks guys for watching, and have a great day.